As a student, I have always liked learning, but it was hard for me to choose a class that I didn't enjoy. But when I really sat down and thought about it, there was one class that really stood out to me that I did not like. This was high school chemistry. I am a math and science person, so I was expecting to enjoy this class. And it's not the material that I didn't like, it was the teacher. He always just sat by his desk by the projector and wrote the notes on a piece of paper and projected them to the class. Barely saying anything, barely explaining anything. The only time is if he had a question, he would ask the question. But even then, he would yell at you if you got the answer wrong, so nobody wanted to participate. I was scared to raise my hand and answer a question because I didn't want to be wrong in front of my friends, and I didn't want to get yelled at. The only thing I did enjoy in that class was labs, because we were interacting with each other, and we didn't have to worry about being wrong because he wasn't standing right next to us the whole time. There was one situation that really stands out to me. We had just taken a test, and he was supposed to be handing our test back that day. Well, we go into class, and we're all sitting there, the bell rings, and he's still not there. He walks in like 20 seconds later, and he just slams the door and stares at us. He doesn't say anything. We're just kind of like looking around, trying to figure out what's going on. All of a sudden, he just starts yelling at us and throws our tests against the wall and lets them fly all over the room and saying what a disappointment we were and how these test scores are terrible. And after that, I pretty much blacked out the rest of that year. So I would not take any teaching strategies from him, but thinking back to a class that I really enjoyed, pre-calculus, some of the strategies that she used was that she engaged the class. She had tons of different activities, and we were constantly doing them and working in groups and tried to find the positive in what we were doing. Another thing that she did was she tried to have us find our own mistakes. She didn't just tell us what we did wrong. She tried to have us find it. And if we couldn't, then she would try to guide us to find that mistake. The way she taught pre-calc, being the teacher that inspired me to be a math teacher, is the way that I try to teach my students. I like to do activities with them. I like to get them up and moving and motivated. And but I also know that we have to do notes too, because they need something to look back on, to do their work with when they're doing homework at home. But I try to do group work at least twice a week, do some sort of activity to try to get them moving. And specifically, I like to use stations because the students can move from each station once they have gotten one finished. And I feel that it's very effective in the math class. But there are definitely some big differences between classrooms that I wanted to participate in and classrooms that I did not want to participate in.